ancient prophecies and cosmic battles might seem like pure fantasy. But what if the most profound spiritual texts are actually describing something deeply relevant to our modern experience of good and evil?
The way these ancient writings blend the supernatural with the deeply personal is fascinating. We're looking at text from Isaiah that's nearly 3,000 years old, yet it feels incredibly vivid and present.
You know what strikes me most? The imagery of this woman clothed with the sun, standing on the moon, wearing 12 stars. It's like the text is using the entire cosmos as wardrobe to make a point about power and vulnerability.
And then there's this incredible contrast with the dragon's 7 heads, 10 horns, powerful enough to sweep away a third of the stars. The scale is just mind-boggling.
Well, what's really interesting is how this cosmic drama centers on something so human, a mother protecting her child. The text says she's crying out in the pangs of childbirth while this massive threat looms.
That's exactly what makes it so compelling, this blend of the cosmic and intimate. But what do you make of the specific timing mentioned, these 1,260 days of protection?
So that number actually appears in several ancient texts, and scholars believe it represents about 3.5 years. It's like saying there's a precise divine timeline even in what looks like chaos.
The way the earth itself becomes a character is fascinating too, literally swallowing up a river to protect the woman.
Right? And this reflects a common theme in spiritual texts where nature aligns with divine purpose. But what really gets me is how the conflict evolves. When the dragon can't get to the woman or child, it goes after the rest of her children.
So it's like the story expands to include everyone who stands for what they believe in.
Exactly. And you know what's particularly relevant? The text emphasizes that victory comes not through force, but through the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. It's suggesting that real power lies in sacrifice and truth-telling.
The imagery of the woman being given eagle's wings to escape, it's like a divine escape plan, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting you mention that because in many ancient cultures, eagles represented divine protection. And here we see this incredible sequence where heaven itself opens up, the child is snatched to safety, and the woman finds refuge.
The battle scene with Michael and his angels is pretty intense too.
Yeah, and notice how it's described as a war in heaven that has consequences on earth. The text says the dragon and his angels did not prevail and were hurled down. It's like a cosmic coup with earthly implications.
You know what's fascinating? How this story still resonates with modern themes of resistance and persecution.
That's because it taps into something universal. This idea that seemingly overwhelming forces can be overcome, not through matching violence with violence, but through something deeper. The text specifically mentions they did not cling to life even in the face of death.
Well, that's a pretty powerful message about commitment to truth over self-preservation.
And look at how it ends not with total resolution, but with this ongoing tension. The dragon is defeated in heaven, but still active on earth. It's like saying victory doesn't mean the end of struggle.
So, in a way, it's both a cosmic victory narrative and a call to continued vigilance?
Exactly. And maybe that's why these ancient texts still speak to us. They acknowledge both the reality of triumph and the ongoing nature of conflict. They suggest that even in our personal struggles, we're part of something much bigger.
That's such a profound way to look at it, connecting individual experience to cosmic significance.
You know, as we wrap up, I think that's the key insight how this text manages to be both transcendent and deeply personal, suggesting that our seemingly small struggles might have cosmic significance we can't even imagine.